On July 5, 2021, Jeff Bezos shocked the entire world. Bezos officially retired 7 years before the average American retiree, and was 172,000 times wealthier when he did so with a $213 billion net worth, and no longer holding the position of CEO of Amazon. Today, I must say that I am genuinely interested in finding out what Bezos has been spending his enormous wealth on. Jeff Bezos' billionaire lifestyle after retirement. What bizarre new things has he been doing ever since he put away his Amazon glove? Let's talk about a costly divorce. Oddly enough, Bezos' first large expenditure after retirement was the quick dissolution of his marriage to Mackenzie. Bezos had been wed to Mackenzie Bezos for 25 years the day before he officially announced his resignation, when their marriage was officially dissolved and the divorce decree was made public. Although the reasons for the divorce were not made public, there was talk at the time that the Amazon billionaire had moved on to a new partner. Later, when he was identified with Lauren Sanchez, this account was proven true. In several instances, a former TV anchor who is currently a helicopter pilot has been mentioned, but I have no business with it. I am particularly interested in Mackenzie's divorce settlement funds. They didn't sign a prenuptial agreement before getting married, so man, those numbers were big. Amazon was established by Jeff Bezos after they were married. Legally, Mackenzie was entitled to get 50% of the company. This, however, didn't take place, and if it had, she would have been the richest woman in the world with a net worth of $56 billion. The deal they reached that point gave Mackenzie 25% of Jeff's stock, which translated to her getting 4% of the company. With that 4% stake, Mackenzie increased her wealth by $38 billion, or the equivalent of nearly 20 million Amazon shares. She now ranks as the third richest woman on the planet. It surely made Bezos' pockets considerably lighter, ousted him from his $200 billion post, and may have set Elon Musk up to surpass him as the world's richest person. 3 superships are dispatched to be the billionaire's aquatic soulmates: a super yacht, a lesser boat, and a romantic super yacht. Most billionaires either own or actively rent personal yachts. Since it is, one might presume that billionaires like Jeff Bezos, who consider themselves to be a modern-day Jack Sparrow, nonetheless manage to delve into their pockets and spend $500 million on a 417-feet super yacht despite losing some of his wealth to his ex-wife and retiring. This is so typical of the 1%, demonstrating his enthusiasm for mega yachts. As if it weren't strange enough, you did hear accurately. George Clooney's entire fortune is currently being spent on a yacht by the CEO of Amazon. Who is it, by chance, that holds a helicopter pilot's license? The super yacht will be accompanied by Elena Sanchez, a smaller 204 to a 6-foot vessel that is only intended to land helicopters. Take notice, on a more serious note, these are the romantic activities that aspiring billionaires partake in. I found it strange that a 417 boat needed a second yacht for helipads, when 2 helipads could be added to ships that were conveniently just half their size. After some investigation, I discovered that it was all due to Bezos' haughtiness and the expensive, somewhat unnecessary design that his super yacht would eventually sport. Anyone trying to park a helicopter on those 3 big sails would have a difficult time doing it. On the other hand, my buddy, that is a recipe for disaster. The same massive sails have caused a delay in the ship. They are so tall that the Rotterdam-based company building the super yacht considered asking the Netherlands for permission to demolish a historic bridge. Therefore, the depth that set a world record can leave the city. Residents of Rotterdam immediately protested the decision and threatened to hurl rotten eggs at the boat after learning about it. The project is currently at if permission was granted. However, Bezos continues to spend money every day as of this writing. This hasn't stopped him from digging back into his enormous pocket and spending more of George Koo's fortune on yet another after-retirement hobby, a $578 million portfolio of real estate. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos prefers land and buildings to boats. Almost all millionaires do. Bezos also has excellent taste in this regard. Since the late 1990s, Bezos has been purchasing luxurious mansions, in contrast to his rival Elon Musk, who doesn't mind sleeping in over 50,000 tents. When Amazon was still a startup company in 1998, Bezos paid $10 million for a 20,600 square foot, 4-bathroom home on a 5.3-acre lot in Medina, Seattle. At the time, Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, lived nearby. By 2005, Amazon had already attained new heights. Bezos then put another $50 million into a nearby estate with 800,300 square feet, 5 bedrooms, and 4 baths. The estate shared 310 feet of shoreline. After that, Bezos bought houses and land all around America, continuing to spend tens of millions. At the height of the pandemic, he paid a total of $80 million for the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th floors of the same building before buying a $60 million 3-square-foot penthouse on the 20th floor of 212 Fifth Avenue. Before this purchase, he spent $23 million to purchase a former textile museum in Washington, D.C.'s wealthy Colorama area. Early in 2020, for $5 billion, Bezos bought a 4,800 square foot home right adjacent to the museum, all for himself. However, in 2021, Bezos invested $23 million in a historic apartment. having already spent $9 to $6 million on 4 separate homes after retirement. After that, Bezos moved and purchased the most costly home in Maui, Hawaii, in an expected ultimate boss move. By channeling Bruce Wayne, Bezos, instead of paying the $78 million for the property, purchased out the holding company that held the land. The property was never publicly listed, so there isn't much information available online about it. However, what is known is that it includes a whopping 14 acres and numerous features, including a 4,500 square foot main home and a 1,700 square foot guest house. A home built in the traditional Hawaiian plantation architecture. Jeff Bezos versus Elon Musk. Two billionaires fighting against one another has to be one of the most thrilling things to witness, especially when they decide to outweigh one another monetarily, as looks to be the case right now with Jeff Bezos and his wild entry. Elon Musk. In actuality, Elon is a quirky billionaire. In 2017, accusations that Bezos was imitating him surfaced. For what at the time appeared to be no discernible reason, the latter paid $1.3 billion to purchase an electric self-driving business. The undeniable millionaire behind both SpaceX and Ev is Elon Musk. Therefore, it's simple to empathize with Musk. Just days after retiring, Jeff Bezos invests $5.5 billion in his own aerospace business, Blue Origin, to travel into space for 4 minutes. Jeff Bezos is not well known for producing electric vehicles. Bezos was now copying Musk, which was Elon Musk's territory. Actually, no. While Bezos was preoccupied with everything else in 2017, Musk revolutionized space travel, and Bezos announced that he would be selling $1 billion worth of Amazon shares annually to fund his space ambitions. SpaceX was founded 2 years after Blue Origin and has been around for a little while. He felt pressure to continue to be relevant in the space industry. We can confirm that Bezos started selling Amazon shares in 2021. It is impossible to confirm whether he purchased shares worth $2 billion. He sold to Blue Origin, but wait, gives it some thought. Therefore, it is plausible to conclude that Bezos may have made the promised investments with those billions. So it's plausible that Bezos is just acting alone, and isn't following Musk. The mountain clock, the watch, is for a device that mostly functions as a timepiece. Brands like Rolex or Patek, which can cost up to millions of dollars, are among the most outrageously expensive goods on the market, and watches are frequently perceived as symbols of excessive wealth. They have to be among the most absurdly expensive and yet absurdly cheap luxury items ever found on the market. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.